What if the first time you felt powerful was also the moment your life stopped belonging to you? You are just a kid standing on a cracked sidewalk, watching men in leather jackets step out of shining cars like the whole neighborhood was built for them. Restaurant owners shake their hands. Grown men lower their voices when they pass. Nobody laughs at them. Nobody tells them no. And for a kid who has heard his mother whisper about bills through paper-thin walls, that kind of respect feels like oxygen. You do not see prison yet. You do not see betrayal, wiretaps, courtrooms, or old men eating alone under fake names. You only see the watches, the cash, the fear in other people's eyes. So when one of those men waves you over and asks for a small favor, you tell yourself it is nothing. Just one errand, just one envelope, just one step closer to never feeling small again. Level 1. Rank 1, the neighborhood kid. You grow up in a neighborhood where secrets never stay secret for long. People know when your lights get cut off. They know when your father comes home tired, angry, or not at all. They know your mother stretches one cheap dinner across 3 plates and pretends she is not hungry. You learn early that being poor is not just about money. It is about being invisible. Then you notice the men outside the social club. They do not rush. They do not beg. They sit in clean jackets, wearing gold watches, drinking coffee while everyone else breaks their backs. When they enter a restaurant, the owner smiles too fast. When they speak, the street gets quiet. To you, they look free. One day, one of them asks you to carry a package a few blocks away. No questions, no looking inside. 10 minutes later, someone puts cash in your hand, more than you have ever made in your life. And suddenly, school feels smaller. Rules feel weaker. The sidewalk feels like the beginning of something bigger. You do not understand that they are testing you. Can you stay quiet? Can you follow orders? Are you hungry enough to be shaped? The answer is yes. You are hungry for money, but even more than that, you are hungry to matter. Level 2, Rank 2, the associate. By 17, you have already convinced yourself that school was a waste of time. Teachers talked about college, resumes, safe careers, but none of that sounded real on your block. What felt real was cash in your pocket and older men finally remembering your name. Now you are around the crew, not inside it, not protected by it, but close enough to feel important. You drive people places. You stand outside back rooms while illegal card games run behind locked doors. You knock on doors for men who owe money and try to sound calm, even when your stomach is tight. At first, you feel powerful. You buy better shoes. You bring home a new appliance for your mother and watch her cry for a different reason. Clubs open their doors when you arrive. People look twice. But the truth sits underneath every dollar. You are not family. You are not untouchable. If you get arrested, you stand alone. If a rival crew hurts you, revenge is optional. If you disappear, someone else will take your place before the week is over. So you work harder. You say yes faster. You swallow fear and call it loyalty, hoping one day the men above you stop seeing a tool and start seeing a future soldier. Level 3, Rank 3. The soldier. After years of proving you can keep your mouth shut, someone finally says your name in the room where decisions are made. You have taken blame without talking. You have done time without breaking. You have watched weaker men panic, run, or beg. Now they decide you are ready. The ceremony is quiet, almost unreal. A few powerful men stand around you. Your finger is cut. A holy picture burns in your hands. You repeat words that sound older than the streets outside. You swear that this family comes before your real family, before your children, before your own life. When the ashes fall, you are no longer just useful. You are made. A soldier. A man people must respect by rule. Nobody can touch you without permission now, and that protection feels like armor. Associates answer to you. Small businesses pay because refusing would create problems they cannot survive. Cash comes in every week, and part of it moves upward, just like the orders move down. But the armor has weight. The FBI watches men like you. You cannot flash every dollar. You hide cash, speak carefully, drive something modest, and live a boring public life on purpose. You finally have status, but freedom has already started shrinking around you. Level 4, Rank 4, the capo years pass, and the street no longer looks at you like a soldier. Now men wait for your decision before they move. You are a capo, a captain with your own crew beneath you, and every week money climbs through your hands. Gambling rooms, loans, protection payments, stolen goods, fake invoices, quiet deals in back offices. You do not chase every dollar anymore. Other men chase it for you. Your job is to keep the machine running. When two soldiers fight over territory, you settle it. When someone skims, you punish it. When an associate gets loud and embarrasses the crew, you make sure he learns silence. At this level, power is not loud. It is a nod across a table, a meeting in a bakery, a warning delivered softly enough to sound friendly. But now your name is written on federal boards. Agents know your face, your car, your habits, the restaurants where you eat, the men who stand too close to you. You stop trusting phones, you stop trusting cars, you stop trusting laughter. Somewhere inside your own crew, someone may be listening for the government. You have more control than ever, but your whole life has become a whisper. Level 5, Rank 5, the underboss. Then the boss chooses you, not because he fully trusts you, because in this world full trust does not exist. He chooses you because you are useful, disciplined, and dangerous enough to keep everyone else in line. Now you are the underboss, the man between the throne and the street. The boss stays clean while everything dirty passes through your hands. Captains bring their problems to you. Crews fight, money disappears, someone gets arrested, someone talks too much, and you are the one who decides what happens next. You approve the big moves. You stop small arguments before they become wars. You carry orders that can change lives with one quiet sentence. The money is bigger now. Your house is nicer. Your children go to better schools. From the outside, it looks like the dream finally came true. But inside, you live like a hunted man. Every knock could be agents. Every friend could be wired. Every arrest could become a witness against you. The law no longer needs to catch your hand doing the crime. If they prove the whole machine belongs to you, every crime below you climbs upward. You wanted to be close to the top. Now you realize the top uses you as a shield. Level 6, Rank 6, the Consigliere. At this level, power changes shape. You are not the loudest man in the room anymore, and you do not need to be. You become the Consigliere, the counselor, the mind behind decisions that other men are too emotional to make clearly. When the boss wants war, you count the bodies before the first shot is fired. When a new racket looks profitable, you see the informants, the subpoenas, the headlines, the federal heat waiting behind the money. You know lawyers who can soften charges, accountants who can clean numbers, officials who can delay inspections, union men who can open doors or close them. Your weapon is not fear, it is access. Everyone brings you secrets because they need your advice, and every secret makes you more valuable and more dangerous. You sit close enough to the boss to correct him, but never close enough to forget that one wrong sentence could end you. He needs you because you understand the whole board. He fears you because you know where every piece is buried. You have become the family's brain, but brains are fragile things. If the body panics, you may be the first part it sacrifices. Level 7, Rank 7, the boss. Now the room stands when you enter. Men who once tested you now lower their eyes and wait for your permission to speak. You are the boss, the name whispered across restaurants, union halls, construction sites, gambling rooms, and prison visiting rooms. Nothing major happens without your approval. Money reaches you from places you rarely see and men you never need to meet. On Sundays, you sit in church like any other respected man. At dinner, restaurant owners refuse your money. In the neighborhood, people call you generous because you pay for funerals, solve problems, and help young men find work. But every favor you give becomes a debt, and every debt becomes another thread in your web. From the outside, you look untouchable. Inside, you are more alone than you have ever been. Nobody tells you the truth anymore. They smile, agree, and hide their real thoughts. You know because you once did the same thing. Every captain wants more. Every ambitious soldier watches for weakness. Every federal agent wants your name at the top of an indictment. You finally own the throne, but the throne is not a place to rest. It is a chair surrounded by knives. Level 8, Rank 8, the informant. This is the rank nobody brags about, but it is the one that haunts every room. You are still shaking hands, still sitting at tables, still speaking in careful half-sentences with men who believe you are one of them. But the government has already shown you the ending. Recordings, photos, witnesses, years of charges stacked high enough to bury the rest of your life. They offer you a door, and it only opens one way. Cooperate or grow old behind concrete. So you choose survival. Now every meeting becomes theater. You laugh at jokes while a hidden microphone catches every word. You hug men you are helping destroy. You tell yourself they would have done the same if the pressure landed on them first. Maybe that is true. Maybe it does not matter, because when you go home, you do not feel free. You feel hunted by both sides. To the FBI, you are useful. To the family, you are dead if they find out. To yourself, you are something worse than a prisoner. You are alive, but every breath feels borrowed. Level 9, Rank 9, the prisoner. Then the morning comes when every locked door in your life opens at once, except the one that matters. Agents hit houses before sunrise. Names appear on indictments. Old whispers become printed charges. The government has tapes, records, witnesses, men who ate beside you for decades and then pointed across a courtroom to save themselves. Your lawyer talks about strategy, but his eyes already tell you the truth. The case is too heavy. The sentence waiting behind trial is too long. So you take the deal, and the world you built begins vanishing before you even reach the prison gate. The men who feared you stop saying your name. The businesses you controlled pay someone else. Your family learns what your power was really worth when the money freezes and the visits get shorter. Inside, there are no restaurant tables, no respectful nods, no envelopes moving upward. Just steel, concrete, monitored calls, and time. Too much time. You replay the first errand, the first envelope, the first cash in your hand. Back then, you thought you were choosing power. Now you understand you were building a cage, one invisible bar at a time. Final level. Highest rank, the ghost. In the end, you do not leave the life like a legend. You either die inside the system, with your name fading from the streets you once controlled, or you walk out old enough to realize nobody is waiting. Maybe the government hides you under a new name in a quiet town where nobody knows what you used to be. Maybe you stock shelves, drink coffee alone, and read about the old neighborhood like it belonged to someone else. Another indictment, another boss arrested, another crew broken by tapes and testimony. The story keeps repeating, only the faces change. Sometimes you think back to the social club, the folding chairs, the clean jackets, the gold watches, the way those men looked like they owned the world. You wonder if they ended just like you, sitting somewhere silent, pretending not to remember. You finally understand the truth. The power was never freedom, it was bait. And the moment you took that first small envelope, the life had already started taking you. And somewhere, on another hard block, in another city, a kid is watching the same movie begin again. He sees the cars first, then the watches, then the way grown men step aside like respect can be purchased with fear. He does not see the courtrooms, the wires, the friends turning witness, the wife changing locks, the children changing names. He does not see the old man in a prison cell counting birthdays through concrete. All he sees is a way out. That is how the life survives. It never shows you the ending when you are young. It shows you the entrance. It gives you a sandwich, a smile, a little cash, and the feeling that you finally matter. By the time you learn the truth, the street has already collected its price.